Moi kaikki! In today's video, we will go over 4 words that some of you have told me are a little bit confusing and would like a bit more clarity about the differences. But before we go over the differences in detail, have you ever wondered if there is a website that allows you to practice speaking Finnish at any time that suits your own schedule? I'm a tutor on italki, which is a language learning website where you can connect with native Finnish tutors and book slots with them to practice speaking Finnish in a private one-to-one setting. If you're nervous about speaking in front of people, this is a great lower pressure place to start, and it gives you the chance to get corrections and ask questions from a native speaker. If you're already over the beginner hurdle and are looking for a place to practice fluency or maybe even UKI exam prep speaking practices, there are tutors that offer tutoring sessions for these needs too. There are 41 Finnish teachers living in different time zones, so there's bound to be someone that has a free slot that matches your schedule. I've put up my own summer schedule too on italki, so there are still a few slots left, especially towards the end of July and in August. So if you'd like to practice Finnish with me or one of the other Finnish italki tutors, just use the link in my description box where you can register for free and you can find all the Finnish tutors on italki there. Also make sure to use my code CATCHATS6 to get €5 off of your very first lesson on italki if the lesson is over €10. Let's start with the word PITÄÄ. 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 So if you pitää tehdä jotain, if you have to do something. Maybe you've realized, but I've made videos about pitää before, but in different contexts, because pitää can also mean to like something. But pitää also can mean to have to do something. I would say out of all these words, pitää is probably the one you would hear the most in everyday spoken language. It's fairly often used, and in English it would in this situation translate to you have to do something. If you're unsure which of these words to use, this is a good one to default to actually. And the grammar structure of it is you say minun or mun pitää and then the verb in the infinitive form. For example, minun pitää opiskella. So opiskella is in the basic form. Minun As you can tell, opiskella is in the infinitive or the basic form of the verb. So with pitää, the verb is always in the basic form. So you could also say in puhekieli, mun pitää opiskella suomea. Another example, minun or mun pitää käydä. Käydä is in the basic form. Kaupassa. Mun pitää, I have to, käydä kaupassa. I have to go to the store. It's not like you're being forced to go. It's not like the whole world will end if you don't go, but you're just saying, oh, I ran out of milk. Maito loppui. Mun pitää käydä kaupassa ostamassa lisää. You would use it in this sort of way. Or, voi ei, nyt on aika myöhä. Mun pitää mennä kotiin. Oh, it's quite late, I need to go home. Mun pitää mennä kotiin. So what's the difference between pitää and täytyy? Mun pitää mennä kotiin ja mun täytyy mennä kotiin. So essentially these two words are interchangeable. They mean the same thing. Mun täytyy mennä kotiin also means I have to go home. If I need to dig deeper and give you any kind of tiny difference these two words have, I would say täytyy is a bit more kirjakieli. You probably would come across this more often in your Finnish textbooks. And also it's easier to teach just because PITÄÄ can have so many other translations. Like I like to do something, or I'm holding on to something, pidän puhelimesta kiinni. These all use PITÄÄ as well, so it can be confusing, but in everyday speech, I feel like people do tend to gravitate towards using PITÄÄ more, just in my, just from what I myself have observed. I mean, correct me if you feel otherwise. Also, if I heard someone using täytyy, because it sounds, I think, a little tiniest bit more kirjakieli, it maybe sounds a little bit stronger to my ears at least. So if someone said mun täytyy mennä kotiin, to me the feeling is they're being a bit more firm about it. Oh, mun pitää mennä kotiin, like, oh yeah, I have to go home. But maybe you could convince them. If someone says mun täytyy mennä kotiin, it maybe sounds a tiny bit more firm, like they're being more firm about it. Like, yeah, I have to go home actually, so I'm leaving. Moikka. Yeah, so actually the basic form is täytyä, but täytyä is used in the same way as pitää. So you would say mun täytyy plus the basic form of the verb. For example, you could say, oho, nyt on taas myöhä. Mun täytyy mennä nukkumaan nyt. Like, mulla on töitä aikaisin aamulla huomenna. Mun täytyy mennä nukkumaan nyt. So täytyy mennä. Mennä, to go in the basic form. So mun täytyy, I have to, mennä, go. This also works with the other pronouns, so not just talking about yourself. So the format is the same no matter what pronoun or who you are talking about. For example, I could say sinun, or in puhekieli sun, täytyy harjoitella lisää suomea. Now, this is not me calling anyone out in particular, it's just an example. But yeah, you could say sun täytyy harjoitella suomea lisää. Harjoitella, basic form, sun täytyy. Meidän täytyy lähteä nyt. Muuten ei kerätä bussiin. So meidän täytyy. We have to lähteä, basic form of leave, nyt. So again, no matter what the pronoun is, it's always pronoun in the genitiivi form. So mun, sun, hänen, or sen, meidän, teidän, heidän, or niiden. You use that pronoun form plus pitää or täytyy, and then the verb in the infinitive. So if pitää is here, täytyy is here, what is pakko, and where is it on the strength? So pakko is also in English you would translate have to, but pakko is definitely the strongest of all these words. The meaning carries the most weight. So pakko kind of sounds like it's something you really have to do. It's unavoidable. You have no choice. There's no alternative, and maybe even there's some kind of external pressure. So it's something you absolutely must and have to do. So let's say you have an exam tomorrow morning and you really need to wake up at 6. If you don't wake up at 6, you're going to miss the exam and you're going to fail your course. So in Finnish you could say mun on pakko herätä 6 huomenna. So I have to wake up at 6 tomorrow morning. There is no other choice. It must be at 6. So as you can see in the sentence, again, it's mun. So the genitiive form of minä. Mun on pakko. And then the verb in infinitive. Herätä, to wake up. Mun on pakko herätä. If you said mun pitää herätä or mun täytyy herätä, it just means like, oh yeah, I have to wake up. But you know, it doesn't sound like the end of the world if you don't. It's just something you kind of internally have set for yourself. But when you say mun on pakko, it sounds like there's really no other choice. You have to wake up at 6. Otherwise, there's going to be consequences. For example, if you have a bill that needs to get paid or you'll get a hefty fine if you don't, I could tell you, sun on pakko maksaa toi lasku. You have to pay this bill or that bill, tuo, toi. You have to, sun on pakko, you must. It is necessary, you have to do it. Sun on pakko maksaa toi lasku. Or it can be used, in the way, we just had our ice hockey world championships. Suomi voitti kultaa, yeah. So in this kind of situation, people or fans could also say, Suomen on pakko voittaa tää jääkiekkopeli. Like, Finland has to win this ice hockey game. Like, it's so important, we have to win. Suomen on pakko voittaa. Or you could also use it, in later on in the game, you lose one game and you're knocked out of the whole competition. So you could also use it to say, Suomen on pakko voittaa tää jääkiekkopeli. Muuten me tiputaan tästä kisasta. So you could use it in that way too. Alright, so are you kind of getting the difference between pitää tehdä jotain, täytyy tehdä jotain ja on pakko tehdä jotain. Eli pakko on täällä. It's up here. Really strong. Okay, mun pitää levätä kohta. Mun ääni katoaa. Hopefully that explains the differences in a bit more detail. If you have still any questions about this topic, please leave them in the comments down below. Kiitos paljon, kun katsoitte tämän videon ja nähdään ensi videossa. Moikka!